How's it going, guys? As the market sells off here, I wanted to do just a quick outlook because there's not much to talk about. Like stocks. Uh, to me, it doesn't make sense to look at them when stuff like this is going on. This is literally the worst sell-off I've ever seen in the 5 years that I've been trading. Um, it's fun. I'm having fun. I'm not making a lot of money. I didn't make a lot of money today, but I got to test a lot of things. Like I got to test my scalping strategy, and that worked very well. Or the scalping thesis. But yeah, like just more weak bounces. The buyers, they can't control this. When we came here, I came in this. I I bought as you just saw in yesterday's outlook. I bought bought this level here, got stopped out. Then I bought again, got stopped out, and then I just waited and I set a stop limit for the breakout, which is where I got filled as I was having dinner. And then as we moved, I moved my stop up into 30.75. Went to sleep. I think I saw this. And it was like, oh, cool, we're gonna, I had a fair bit of long deltas, and then I got stopped out at the open, like when I got back up. I was like, okay, 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 had to switch around deltas, and then from the open, I was scalping around a lot. Just a few trades that I had longer, but mostly it was just, like that, my scalping thesis that I want to test in the next half year to see if that's something that I can trade with the larger contracts. So I'm just trading one, sometimes two MES contracts, really small, and see if I could, like if this is feasible to do with the minis. Uh, but yeah, another like weak bounce back into that level, the 3100, and when we failed, it was clear. This is it was quite a strong kind of fail. Selling came back in. There was like some news about Germany having more confirmed cases or something like that. So that's when I really started scalping hard, and you'll see in a second when I bring up the chart or my. I just quickly loaded it up into TraderView to show you guys my executions. I had about 30 executions just with the scalping stuff. In total today, I've had 96 executions just trying to adjust deltas in all the trades that I have on. This is probably the busiest day I've ever had, and it's just when you have a lot of trades on, you gotta start like adjusting your positions and hedging the deltas and making sure that like if this wants to keep going, you're not getting hurt too hard. Um, just for your information, I'm short a little bit, like one MES contract here, just in case this wants to sell off more. And into the close, I took quite a few VIX calls just because you got a hedge. So I got like the March 4th 45s, the 55s, the 65s, um, and then let's see what else I have. Everything else is actually VIX puts because you know that's what I keep telling you guys. When the VIX goes crazy like this, that's when like gotta get into short volatility. Like we literally, let's look at this real quick. Since 2008, since the financial crisis, we've literally had one, two, three, five instances where we were around the same levels. Like so. Basically, it was if you don't count this one, it was literally one, two, three, four, five instances where we got lower, and everything else was like we got higher, and everything else was lower. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired as hell. I slept about 3 hours. I was freaking awake, jogging coffee all day long, um, and the open here in New Zealand is at 3:30 a.m. So if I ramble more than usual, then it's because I am exhausted and need sleep. But yeah, so I got those spy calls just in case this, it's scary right now, but that's I guess what it's supposed to be. Um, I got tons of spy of VIX puts as well. So you know, stuff like that retraces fast as well. You look at this, like went up to 50, and the next week literally closed at 20. So that's just how the VIX works. Went to 50 next week, or the same week went to 54. That's in 2015. That's when I started trading. I remember that. And closed at 25, 26. So like once this comes back, it's gonna be it's gonna be a fast one. But you look at this, like that's like we haven't had these kinds of bars just yet. This looks a bit more like something like this, like what we had, what the 2008 kind of stuff looked like. So just stay safe, guys. Cash is a position. I have reduced my exposure hard today. Just uh, either taking profits where I was short in like cat and Facebook, or just hedging tons of deltas. Like almost all my positions, they're neutral now, so that they are um, like I've sold so much premium against my long positions um, that no matter what, I'm just gonna come out flat. No matter what happens, I'm gonna come out flat, and that's the way you want to be. Like if you got to protect yourself. So the only stock that I have on the list here is Boeing, because because of the way this looks. It's broken those supports. It's broken all the supports that I've pointed out to you guys. It's not something to sell here. Like, don't short this stock right here. But depending on how we retrace, if we perhaps could retrace into the 300, and the market also still shows weakness, that might be a nice short point for more downside. But everything is just hinging on the market right now. So before I go and take a nap, I wanted to show you guys just like how like that my scalping kind of thesis works. So you guys see what I've been doing and why I'm so exhausted today. Um, so these are my executions. Let me make this a little bit larger. So what you see here is so the open. This is not really a scalp strat. I just from the price action, I took this short um, and got a nice cover into the 330.07 level. Missed a long, would have been a beautiful long, but you can't do everything, and I'm still practicing this kind of stuff. So next time I'll do that one better. Then like I just started kind of like I thought I'm gonna start that scalping thesis. So all of these entries, if you look at ATG's levels, they're all at these levels. So got in here, got into the next level, got more there, and then sold into the spike back up. Um, Hindsight says you could hold this, but my only goal was like the goal with these is to get like 3 to 5 points out of a scalp. So level, cover, level, sell, level, cover. Actually, no, I think this was a long. This was a long into the 80 and sold into the 83, and just same thing, 70, 73. And then here it gets a bit more complicated because it started picking up a bit. And in hindsight, I gotta say I've broken some of the rules, but on the other hand, what here came in for me is just a bit of experience. And when tape speeds up like this, that's when you get like these V kind of bottoms, V reversals. And so I bought a bit more, sold a little bit into, I think that was a flat. That was where the average was. It didn't like reach the second target, so I bought a little bit more into the level. Um, that was just a few seconds here, or a few minutes. This is a 3-minute chart, so probably just a few seconds. Where I bought the 50, I sold a little bit more into the, I think that was the average again, which is slightly over the average. And then I sold into the next level again above. So that was another profitable one. Same here, buy the level, sell 3 cents or another. I think the level here was like was quite tight, so I just sold in the next level. Same here, just I just went for 3 cents most of the time. Same here, and then here I thought I had canceled my order because I had the 3007. I had an order out, but then we bounced here, and I don't want to tell you any bullshit. Let me just look at the chart real quick. Yes, yes. Where are you here? Wait, I can bring it up the background here. So uh, I had the where is it? I had the 3007 bid, and I didn't get filled here, so I moved it down to the 3003. But then I was looking at the price action. I didn't like it, so I thought I had covered it. I had canceled the order. I didn't. So what I did, like I got filled on the 3003 and didn't get filled on the exit. So I bought more um, into the next level, which was like the 29.99. And when it didn't work, I stopped out. And now this is like my current short that I have on still. Basically that's just a hedge now. Like I'm trying to keep a few. I have like just 20 short deltas on right now, neutral position. This is going to increase if we head lower because with like all my VIX calls and stuff like that, they are going to, their deltas are going to increase. I've got like a few SPY puts. I got a few IWM puts. And so that's going to increase if we keep selling. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. I hope you guys stay safe. Um, by the way, this is how this is my screen, my desktop background. My daily plan of what I'm doing, so I don't have to like put it somewhere else on the wall. Anyway, yeah, crazy day. I hope you guys stayed safe. I'm gonna leave it off with this. Not gonna put out um, the daily plugs because you guys know I want you to subscribe and I want you to like. So I'll just see you guys at the open, and that's probably going to be it for me today. Have a good one, guys.